Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Soulful Eclectic. I am your host, Dr. Diana Collins, and I want to welcome you to today's episode. If this is the first time you're joining me on the Soulful Eclectic, well, thank you so much for taking the time out to be here with me today. I appreciate you so very much. And if you are coming back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And thank you for taking the time out to come back here to listen to what the hell I got to say. And today I got a lot to say, maybe a little bit, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's been quite an amazing and busy week for everyone. We just got off the love holiday, right? So look within your friend circle, take note, okay? Um, if you are of the childbearing ages still, everyone, and you're walking around here being all free with the love, well, don't be surprised what happens next in the next few weeks. I'm just saying, not putting it out there, but listen, things happen. We all got that November baby that just showed up, and we always claim we don't know why. All right, and the world's full of Scorpios. We just had one, so we know. All right. But anyways, yeah, so we just come off the love holiday, and I really, really do hope you guys enjoyed the conversation that I had and was blessed to be a part of with Miss Lolo Lavish. Yes, it was a little bit explicit. Yes, we got a little bit out there, just that. But it was fun. It was fun, and it felt good to be open and candid about our sexuality, our life, and the spicy girls that are out there, right? And men, right? Because do have our spicy men that is in the adult entertainment, as we say. Um, but yes, you're getting me today in my natural aesthetic. No, this is no makeup today. Mm-mm, I didn't do it. I did. Mm, not because I don't love y'all and I didn't want to try to be all perfect for the camera, but really, what's perfection? Let's be honest. Perfection is, to me, something that's hiding a flaw that's somewhere. And I think our flaws are good. Our flaws are there for a reason to remind us that we're individuals, like the color of our skin. And as much as they are trying to paint this world lily white, that takes away from the character of what makes us who we are in this world. And let's be honest, if the Lord up above, the one who created us all amongst the world of the universe, wanted us all to be the same, don't you think he would have did that in the first place? I'm just saying. I'm not religious or anything like that. I'm solely a spiritual individual. But let's just think about that one for a minute, okay? If this is all done with a Christian base, and I'm thinking back to the Crusades and all that business when they trying to make us all one, decreasing this morality, that morality based on one person's perception or a group of people's perception or of like-minded ideologies and beliefs and understandings, whatever word you want to use. If based off of that, then okay, yeah, they want us all to look like them. And I'm sorry, there is nothing that the one up above or wherever he lives within us all, if he wanted it that way, don't y'all think again, he would have done it that way. I understand. But anyways, I'm not one to talk about politics because I am not one that is educated, well versed in it. And I try not to talk about things that I really can't really substantiate on a whim. and when I mean on a whim, that means without me doing extensive research and looking at this peer review article and this, I'm not the one to have a political argument, but I do know what feels right and what feels wrong and how we should treat each other as human beings. Some human beings will treat another human being like complete, utter crap, but treat their animals with such love and grace. And animals are all different. And animals are animals, right? We as Black individuals were considered animals at one point. Mhm. So, yeah, I know. Animals and property. But, anyways, I said I wasn't going to get on that kick there. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that there, right there. So, yes, so I got these. I mean, again, we just came off the love holiday. We were loving each other, right? Um, just to go back into this craziness of the world. But I hope you guys did some real good loving on yourselves first, because as I say always, you can't keep pouring into other people and leaving your cup empty. So I hope you're pouring into yourself, doing some self care, because self care is never selfish, right? Nope. Self care is never selfish. So I hope y'all pouring into yourselves before you start giving others. Because remember, others are only supposed to get that overflow that flows out of your cup. Okay. Not all that you're sticking in there and then it goes out, it goes in, it goes. No, they get the extra, that extra love that's just exuding off of you. Okay. Because we all got a little bit that's exuding off of us. Yes. So, anyways, um, this has been an amazing week. It still is an amazing week. We're not done with this week. We are hitting here today, Friday, and I am just loving this moment. So, this moment for me is an eye opener. It's an educating moment for me, and I'm just loving the time. So, I will share with you these few snippets from the moment. It's not even over. Like, we did a couple of things, but the moment is not over. So I will share. I was invited to be a part of the NAACP Image Awards, and mind you guys, I'm working my butt off. Okay, don't get it twisted. It sounds exciting. Oh, and by all means, it is exciting. Let me just say that it is exciting, but it's still work. It's work for me, and yeah, I'm a little tired doing this conversation right now, but I'm gonna give you some love because this is my time to give love, and I'm not trying to shortchange you. It's been a busy last few months with the baby coming, and I'm traveling, so I'm trying to come back and pour back into my vibe tribe, my soul tribe, my peeps, right? My peeps. Anyway, so again, we started off with Lolo Lavish, and I'm so thankful you guys got to talk to Lolo and listen to Lolo and what she had to say. We talked to Miss Tiffany Miles, and Tiffany's got some great things. She got some great books that's coming up. So please, I hope that you guys are planning to purchase her book. I know we got the other one, Get Lifted, that's out. So please go take a peek. And then we got my book. I know why I put myself last. I don't know. I don't know. Force of habit. I'm learning, but guys, I'm in therapy. Okay, like everybody else should be. I'm in therapy, so I'm learning. Okay, so no, I did not mean to put myself last. I should have put myself first. So um, I'm going to end off with me in good grace and say, reflect and relaunch by becoming. If you haven't purchased your copy, please do. You can come to the Soulful Electric podcast to purchase your copy. All right. Anyways, so again, I just want to thank you all for being here and taking the time out to be here and having the conversation with me. And these past couple of days have been like a real eye-opening, uh, watchful, celebratory time for me. It's given me some insight into where I'm going in the trajectory of my next stage, next chapter in my life. So when I talk to you all about thinking about where you are, where you're going, and what you want to do, and the possibilities, and they're endless because we have an infinite number of choices in any of this stuff that we do, right? So I am doing the same thing. I am doing the same processes, and I do not tell someone else to do something that I am not going to do or I'm not willing to do. Okay? So, therefore, we're in this thing together. Okay? We are. So, again, I've been everything that I do, nursing perspective, I do a reflective piece thereafter to see where I am, where I'm going, what can happen, all these things, right? So in that, I met some amazing people. Again, like I told you, I was at the NAACP in Majoras, and we had a couple of parties, and I got to rub some elbows with some pretty influential people. I've rubbed some elbows with some people we've seen on TV. And during the week, once I'm done, you guys will see the pictures come up on the podcast page and on the Instagram and also on Facebook. But and please excuse me. Okay, let me talk about this right now because it just came to my mind and I'm gonna talk about it. So, yes, okay. I am not the most tech savvy, but you better believe after last night, I sure the hell will be. I'm going to figure out this iPhone because I am not going to have one more celebrity tell me about my inability to use my own goddamn cell phone. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I'm not going to say who these celebrities were. There were two of them. There was two. But it was too many. It was too many. And my husband knows me so bad. He said, "You're gonna figure out that phone, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, the hell I am." Because let me tell you something. The one thing you're not gonna do is that. Okay. But it's all well and fine because their time is precious. I get it. They're allowing us a moment into their space. I respect it. Okay. I do. And I took it with good graces. I'm not hurt by it. Again, I take everything with the feedback is a lesson for me in that moment of snarkiness is a lesson for me. And I read it as such. So I am not going to sit here and call out these two individuals who did such things to me because for that I am going to say thank you because it taught me to be ready, which I know better. Okay, I know better. I'm in acting coaching every twice a week. I know I needed to get ready, but did I? Mm-mm. It was a lesson for me. It was a lesson for me. And yeah, I was a little in my feelings, as we all do when we get feedback and criticism, right? We're in our feelings. Somebody tell us that we could do better. Here, let me show you how to do this and the right way because you did it all wrong. So now you have to redo. Anytime we get any form of correction, it goes back to our childhood, right? How we were corrected back then. Right? When someone always said something in correction, it was always a negative undertone to it. So now I'm changing the narrative for me and I'm sharing it with you all. So you can think about it too and change that narrative for you. It's like, yeah, maybe it came out a little snarky. And that could be the perception of the individual, right? Maybe that person wasn't being snarky. They had a long day. I don't know what's going on in your life. Yeah, you're a celebrity, but you got your own stuff, right? Yeah, you here trying to make an appearance because you're being afforded this opportunity. And so you're going to show up to be thankful for even if it's just a small token of a time. And then you're going to speak out, but it's still your time. It's still your energy that you are giving out. And so therefore, I'm going to be respectful of it. And so try not to take that comment and make it more than what it actually was. And then on the other hand, it could have been just pure. snarkiness, just pure ugly. But I'm not going to see it that way because I choose not to, because it doesn't help me in any way to see it that way. So I took it as a lesson, as I do most things now. I take it as a lesson for me to grow and to be better and do better. And also a lesson into not do for other people, right? That's the other thing too. I'm not going to do that and be that way because I can't, right? And it's all because you can. You can be snarky, you can be whiny, bitchy, whatever you want to be. You can do all those things because you can. Um, I just choose not to because it just takes another set of energy that I don't want to exude. I don't want to give you that energy, and I don't want to perceive that on me, because at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm ever going to see you again. And if I'm going to see you again, I don't want you to remember that I was being rude or disrespectful to you. That's the last thing, because I was taught not to burn your bridges, because you never know when you got to cross them bitches again. Okay. It's a lot of people in the world, but still, you might come across that person one more time because the universe said you ain't learned your lesson. Mm, that part, right? Because the universe said you ain't learned your lesson, so we're going to give you this opportunity again with a different person. And I'm, I, mm-mm. See, I'm picking up on the cues that the universe is giving me. And last night, I got two of those cues. I got a lot of pearls last night. Okay, let me just tell you that these past couple days, I got a lot of pearls. But last night, all my pearls were being delivered to give me this nice pearl necklace. And that's kind of some of y'all thinking. So get your minds out the gutter. Okay, I see it. I read it. I felt it. Bring it back. Okay. So, so yes, I got a lot of pearls to create that pearl necklace, right? So here's the thing. As I said, I got a couple of snarky undertone remarks about the inability to use my camera on my iPhone. I get it. I'm an actress. I'm a grandma. I'm a wife. I'm a mom. I'm all these things, and I'm taking pictures all the time. And yes, my husband has told me on quite a few occasions, baby, turn that flash on. Baby, turn your flash on. And I got to remember, I'm a chocolate sister. I am. And I'm at an event with other chocolate individuals. We are. Turn your damn flash on. Know where to find your flash. Diana. Yeah, well, I got a taste of reality last night. And it's okay. As I said, my feelings were hurt just a little bit. But in reflection, as I do all the time, I reflect. It was a lesson to me to be ready and to remind myself to always be ready so you don't get caught off. Now, there'll be moments where you just going to not know. And being ready is just not going to be a real possibility. All right. But you got to at least make an attempt to prepare to be ready. So here's the thing. That's that. That being said, I learned a valuable lesson last night, and I want to share it with you all because it was just like I said, a reminder that we just got to take that time. If this is the place I'm going to be, I am in, right? I'm going to be that person where they're going to come up to me and want to take a picture with me. And I am that person that they come up and shake my hand and say, "Oh my God, you're amazing." And I'm humble enough to say thank you. I appreciate you. And this last night was a moment on how, one, to be ready, first and foremost, be ready, prepare yourself, do your homework, right? Last night I did not effectively do my homework, and I'm going to admit it. I'm accountable to that. I did not. I did not prepare my phone properly. I did not one prepare my feet properly because I was on my feet for a long time, which I kind of fixed that. And how I don't want to be when I'm at that level, because I will be at that level. But it's also a lesson on how I want to treat people, my fans, when they come to me, and they're ill prepared to take photos and help them out in a gracious manner. So yeah, I handled it with humor, as I handle most of my most embarrassing moments. I handle it with a little sense of humor and grace, and grace. Never with rude and ill, malicious intent, because that's never my place where my heart is on many things. I can't count on one hand. I can't how many times my heart has been in a malicious place. I can't. I don't. Well, because if your heart is in that ill intent place, then you're blocking the road for your blessings to come through. You're blocking the road for all the things that you're manifesting to come through. So when you let that maliceness in, because that's putting up a wall, it's putting up that barrier, right? But when you are out there bringing in positive vibes and you being your best self and you're just being your honest and true, authentic self, no barriers, no walls, full transparency, not even honesty. Honesty and transparency, as we well know, are two different things. Full transparency, right? I'm laying it all out there. This is who I am. This is me at my core. That's what I'm showing you, and that's what I showed them. The me that I am every day. So when that comment was made by the first celebrity individual, first he said it to a friend of mine, and you know, that just took 5 seconds of my life, kind of thing. And I was like, "You're funny. I got it. Took 5 seconds because we had to count down 5 seconds to take the picture. You're funny. I got it, right?" And then I don't know why the universe said go over and do this, but the universe said I needed to go over and take this picture because I really didn't want a picture with this individual. I mean, I know them and I appreciate their work. They're funny, but I don't know. He just didn't look like he wanted to be bothered. To be, in all honesty, he didn't. He just looked like he was tired. He had a long day. He's probably was traveling. He just had all that look upon his face. But the universe kept saying, go, kept saying, go ahead. Just go. I want you to go. So I did. I did. I went over and I said, hey, I love your work. Can I take a picture with you? And he just said, give me your phone. All right, that should have been number one. And I was like, okay, I gave him my phone. I was trying to get it together and get to where I needed to be because I know where I needed to be. And as I was walking over, I didn't expect him to engage so quick, rapidly. So I didn't get to where I needed to go fast enough. And, because I was prepared, but by the time he got to me, the phone shut off. And you know how iPhones do when it's set to go back to the set screen, the concentration screen or whatever the screen is called, right? So now I'm here trying to do this fast because again, I recall the last comment he made that took 5 seconds of his life, right? So now I'm like, okay, let me get this stuff together. So I was prepared to go over there, but again, iPhone shut down, back to your home screen, all those things happen. So he took the phone from me and did his thing. And he said, y'all gotta learn how to work y'all phones, and took the picture and handed me my phone. And I just said, you know what, you right. You right. I don't know how to work my phone. I said, I'm gonna admit that. I just really don't know how to work my phone. I said, but thank you, I appreciate you. And he just looked, gave like a and walked off. And I went about my business. I did. I did. And to honest and true, that is exactly what I said. I said, you are absolutely right. I know. I don't know how to work my phone. I said, my bad. I said, but thank you for helping me out though. Appreciate you. Because I didn't know what I was doing. Because I didn't. I didn't, not at that moment. Because again, you got all this excitement going on. You got these people and you got the energy, you're vibing. As I told you, I'm an empath. So I got the energy all pulling into me. And I'm just like, since it was complete sensory overload, and that was exactly what it was. Everything that you do know, you should do just goes right out the window. Right out the window. Right? So I get it. So then there's that. Right. And then I took my own picture with another celebrity. And then I looked back at the picture. I was like, damn it, Diana, where's the flash? Why didn't the flash come on? So, again, that was my second opportunity, my second issue with my phone. So, okay, I teeheed that one and went about my business. Like, again, they're individuals too. They're human, like I am. I'm going to be there one day as well. I get it. So I wasn't mad. I wasn't. Again, I took it as an opportunity to learn and grow from it. Now, the second time, and that was actually the one I took was the second time. So the third time, here's the third time this time, right? Here I go. I'm helping my friend out here, and I said, I'm going to take the picture for you. I use my phone. Why am I going to use my phone? Right? So the party, loud music going, flashes going. So another one. So I take the picture and we look back at the picture and I say, oh, that's bad. Because again, we all chocolate in a dark, dimly lit room. So that ain't gonna go well, right? So is that, oh, we gotta put the flash on. I said, and I'm trying to figure out how to put the flash again on the fly. On the fly. Can't get that shit to save my life. Lesson number 3. So he takes the phone and he says, oh, you guys got to know how to use your phones. And he said, is it an iPhone? I said, yes, an iPhone. And he found it and did it and, did the thing. Did the picture came out great. Now, at this point, if I wanted to take a picture with the guy, I just said, never mind, I'm not going to take a picture with him. I'm good. Right. Plus, again, I like those internal memories for a lot of things to like etch in my brain. So, gosh, honestly, guys, I got a lot of pictures with a lot of celebrities that I just never have posted on Facebook or anything like that because honestly, they were truly just for me. So there, I have a lot of those for sure. But yeah, so it's like, oh my god. So I said, it's okay. This is number 3. So yeah, this because lessons, right, comes in threes most of the time. Events, right? So that was number 3. And so I said, yeah, I gotta fix that. I can't show up like that. I can't go out like that. Shit. And I'm about to, I can't. This is my life. This is my livelihood. This is where I'm going to be. I got to fix this. So, yeah, that was my lesson. So, that was the big lesson for the evening, my takeaway for this experience. And I think I needed that to prepare me for what is coming for me personally, for me as working. It was a lesson I needed for me. So I want you to take apart those things that have gone on in your life, right? Those lessons that we find or we don't we get that ill feeling about. And again, I chose not to be ill with the feeling of it because again, it was just meant to move us right along. It's all about time. Time. And my husband taught me this time about my time because I'm so free to give up my time. And he's like, no, baby, that your time is expensive. You are expensive. Every time you're giving out your time, you're giving out free. Think of it as money. He said, you're giving away your money when you're giving away your time like that, and you're giving away your knowledge like that. And I'm like, well, I'm always giving out my knowledge because I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not. So if someone asks me a question, I'm going to give you an answer. I'm going to answer it truthfully and honestly and as authentically as I can based on the knowledge and awareness that I possess. And I think I got a fairly good amount of knowledge in my brain. I mean, I'm a doctor. I got some knowledge in there. So I'll share it. So I'm not a gatekeeper. And so for me, it's hard to really dial back on what knowledge it is that I am sharing. Like me here on this platform, I share tons of knowledge and wisdom and pearls that I have learned, earned, and exuded out to others. And it's just like, man, he's right though. But see, I get this back. right? Because whenever there's one person who has watched, understood, resonated, and used anything that I have said, that is my payment. That's my payment because you put it in that time to watch me, you giving me your energy to be a part of your existence, to take a rent in your mind because you're remembering something I said. That's payment to me because when you see me, you're going to one acknowledge that you've listened to the podcast, you came to a workshop, you were in a class, whatever. However, it is you gain that bit of information from me. You're going to recognize that and you're going to acknowledge that and you're going to share that with me. And then to how you incorporate it in your life. That is payment to me. And I told you guys when I started this podcast, what, 4 years ago, that if I can reach one person, then my podcast is doing what it needed to do because I just want to I want to share information. And I'm going to share some more information that I learned as we move on to this hour because I needed to get it out. And I'm so grateful that I'm having this conversation today because Saturday, Sunday, like tomorrow is the event, and I'm going to share when I come back what that event is. And then there's just so much. So I'm just glad I'm taking this opportunity. So the lessons that I learned this past 24 hours, three of them were pivotal. Be ready. And I know this. I know this because I'm doing the work to be ready. I'm in the movie coming up. I'm doing the work to be ready. So I know this. So they caught me slipping last night. Not again. Not again. Because I'm going not again. Because this is my life. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm studying to do. This is what I'm blessed to do. This is, no. And I had to be reminded that this is part of the work. This is the part of the work that we don't get to see a lot of. That we don't get to see a lot of. So I got to do this work. So in that, think about that. So this first piece, right? Feedback. Right? It's always sometimes look at the feedback in the way it's given it to you. It's not so much in the delivery, but in what is being said. Take out the negative, take out the chaser words is what I call them that are in there and pull out what it is that is truly being said. And for me last night, what was truly being said is to be ready. This is what you want to do. This is the world you want to be a part of. This is what's going to be expected of you. So you need to be ready. And how are you going to be ready? What are you going to do to get ready? How are you going to present yourself when it's you that they want to be next to and get information to and talk to? When you're the one being pulled in so many directions, because these people are being pulled in so many directions. They got to be here. They show up here for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, make their rounds, say hi to a few key people, move out. They're going to the next event, most of them. If they're anybody like me, they probably going home, go in bed. And that's okay too, because again, that's their time. They got to replenish their energy because when they come to these things, they're giving out their energy. So I'm mindful of that. So it reminds me to be mindful of that. These people are human. They're doing human things. They're doing a job just like everybody else. Even though it looks like fun and it's entertaining to us, it's still a job. And I know that because I'm in it. It's work. It's work. Studying lines, studying the role, your position in the roles, business of it, because it is a business, it's show business, right? So it is a business. Learning the business of it, handling your business, it's a job. It's so many moving pieces. It really is. So that was another lesson for me, understanding the moving pieces in the jobs that we're doing and our role in that job and how we're going to be put ourselves out there in that job and be ready. So that was that. That was the lesson. Understanding the feedback, taking out the negative narrative that's in there, because in the middle of that is some bit of truth that is for you to figure out. So take out the tonality of it and look at what is being said and how it, and then let that resonate with you and what are you going to do with it. So I thank you. Thank you to those two individuals. Yeah, thank you. And you know what? Thank you. And I'll tell you their names because to be honest, I just want to say thank you. Yeah. So with that, we're gonna take a little break. So go ahead, get your water, whatever, and we'll come back.
How y'all doing? I would like to welcome you to a show that is called Cruise with Rob C, exclusively on WUBI Ubiquity Radio every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My name is Rob C, and while taking your cruise, you will hear the very best in smooth jazz, smooth R&B, classic soul, as well as other genres that definitely define the very essence of smooth. I personally invite you to come aboard, and while you're here, grab your favorite beverage, turn up the volume, and have a seat as we set sail on this musical journey for your listening pleasure. You can find us at wubi.live, or depending if you have an Apple or Android device, go to your app store and download our free WUBI app. Take care, and as always, enjoy your cruise, y'all.
I am the Disco Bee.
I am the Alpha Male.
I am Benjamin Grimm, and we host,
From a Queen's perspective,
the seasoned gentleman,
the host of the Love Jones Cafe.
we are the Love Jones Cafe.
the Love Jones Cafe.
We are the Love Jones Cafe.
Love Jones. Love Jones. Love Jones. Love Jones.
Hey everyone, Dr. Diana Collins here with the Soulful Eclectic, a podcast about being your authentic self and maintaining your health and wellness, brought to you by Divine Nubian Essentials, Love the Skin You're In, and also Collins Education Resource Management, where healthcare education is our passion. If you're looking for a new read, check out our friend Reggie Dupree in Hoodoo Heaven, Return to Hoodoo, and Mystical Midlife Mate, because everything is happening in Hoodoo, brought to you by WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV. If you have not downloaded your app on Roku or Apple or Google Play, do so right away. The Soulful Eclectic can be found every Friday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on all your podcast streaming platforms, WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV. So, see you soon. Namaste.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking that moment. I like a little short commercial break because every day we got to pay our bills. And I thank you, my sponsors, Divine Nubian Essentials, Loving the Skin You're In. If you guys really, I'm going to just say, if you really have not tried Divine Nubian Essentials, I can't tell you what you're missing because I'm using it. I am, and my skin, as I said, this is no makeup. Me, my dark circles are just like being rude and disrespectful these days. So this is me and my blemished skin, but it's soft, it's beautiful, and all I use is Divine Nubian Essentials on my skin. The Goddess line is butter, baby. I'm telling you, it is butter. Truly in its original sense and in its urban vernacular sense, it's butter. I got issues this morning, this day, so here we are. And it's good issues because you know what? I think I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm blessed in so many ways. I'm so happy to be in the presence of so many wonderful individuals. The energy, the vibes are good. And as I said, those two individuals that I spoke of earlier, their vibe was still chill. But like I said, one looked like they just rather not be there right there and then there. And again, they could have something going on in their life. And the other one, he was just probably being his transparent self and, trying to be nice. And I appreciate them both. So I know I told you I was going to tell you who they were. I didn't sign an NDA, so I can say it. And I truly want to say thank you. So the first one who lost about 5 seconds of their life taking the picture was Marlon Wayans. And he was kind enough. He could have been really nasty with it all. And I appreciate it because, again, I found the lesson in that, encounter with him. And from an actress perspective, Um, you just got to be ready. You just never know. And I don't know. I just, again, I thank you. And the other one was Adrian Holmes. Yes. I didn't take a picture with Adrian Holmes. I took a picture of him with someone else that was in my party with us. So yeah, he was kind. He was kind, and I appreciate his candor with it all, and I thank him for also his patience with the novice who came into his presence again, because I am a novice. I actually no. Let me back. I'm not a novice. I am an intermediate. I'm proficient. I am not yet an expert. I'm an expert in my nurse practitioner field, in my profession of nursing. I am an expert, yes. I'm considered an expert, yes. In acting, I am still an intermediate. I really am. I'm proficient. But I know experts. I'm no factor. I'm no Angela Bassett yet. And when I say them, I'm not meaning them per se to be like them. I mean, at their level of profession, okay? Because I can only be me, I can't be anyone else, and that's for any of us. We cannot embody somebody else. We can take and learn from those individuals and build ourselves around what we learn about them to be ourselves, but we can never be them. So I would never say, when someone asks me, what actress would you want to be? Me, me, honestly. I can't be anyone else but me. That takes work. That takes a level of insane commitment. So yeah, and I'm not saying I'm not committed. I'm committed in different ways. I'm committed in learning the craft. I'm committed in building myself. I'm committed in my journey. I'm committed to building the actress of me, the one I want to portray and want to see on the screen. I've seen Angela Bassett because Angela Bassett is Angela Bassett. I've seen Viola Davis because Viola Davis is Viola Davis. I am Dr. Diana Collins, who I am, and that's who I can be. I can't be Viola. I can't be Angela. It just can't work that way because it's already one there. It's already right there. I've already talked about how God made us all different because that's what He wanted to see, and they trying to make us all one thing, right? I said that in the beginning. So no, so when people say um, if you had to pick a person or actress, who would you be? It's me. I would pick me every time. And there was a point in my life where I probably would never have said that. I probably would have picked somebody to be because there was one point in my life I would rather be anybody else but me. But baby, I love me. I love me some me. Okay. Some days I may not like the things that I do. Some days I want to change the things that I do. But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you I love me. I love me some me. My hair just want to do its own thing. I don't even know where that piece of hair is. It's on this side. These things curl when they want to, how they want to. Lord Jesus, it's all right. This is me. Anyways, so yeah, so those are those two actors. Now, the actress that was like phenomenal, phenomenal. Love her. I'm going to talk about two of them because you know two of them. So the first one I actually went to talk to, and for anyone who knows me, knows that I am that introvert. I don't talk myself up very well. My husband does, and he does a great job in presenting me and advocating for me and introducing me and talking me up. And I love him completely for that. Um, there's never a doubt. I mean, there's always a reasonable doubt, right? Reasonable doubt. But there is, at the end of the day, I can always say that I know my husband loves me. And I can tell you when I know when he's not in the best of love with me too. And that's okay. And I always tell him, I said, whenever you think you don't want to be here, you don't love me anymore, please tell me now. Because we can go our separate ways. Not that I'm looking for that, not in any means. I'm not putting down the atmosphere in that manner. I'm having a conversation, but because we talk about it. But I know he loves me, right? I know he loves me, so I'm not worried about it. But he's my biggest cheerleader, my biggest cheerleader. And I love him for that. But so during this event, he's not here, so I had to be the one to put myself in those places. And boy, the first person I talked to last night was William Stanford Davis from Abbott Elementary. Yes, yes. He was very kind, very kind, and loved the conversation. And and again, he gave some really sound advice and wisdom. As I don't even know what to expect, to be honest. I really did. I went in with zero expectations, because the moment you go in with expectations, that's when shit goes left, big time, right? So I didn't go in with like any big expectations. I just wanted to really just have a good time, see the crowd, meet the people. It's the first time, all these things. So he was really kind, and he was like, "Yeah, just keep going, just pushing." Because those who follow his career and know anything about him, he started out late and didn't get his big break until later with Abbott. So I appreciate him for that. But the first person, he was the first person I took a picture with, but the very first person that I met last night, yeah, and I had to just really take a step back, because I was like, Dr. Collins, you're doing some things. Okay, so the first person I met and was standing next to him having a conversation with was Shanola Hampton. Shanola Hampton. And for those who may not know her, Shanola Hampton is on Found. She's the lead in Found, and she was a supporting actress in Shameless. So yes, so we were talking about, loved her hair, we were commenting on her locks and things like that, and I had to step away, and then I went back and found her, and I was like, I wanted to talk to you. When I got back, you were already gone, and so she was so kind and talking with me, and and she said, she was my first lesson in this picture taking that I ignored, because I took a picture of us together and the lighting was off, because again, two chocolate sisters in one space in a dimly lit room. Diana, you know better, right? But hey, it's embedded in my memory. So I took the picture, and and she said that the best thing to me, and this is how y'all who know me know I'm into manifestation. So she said, "So here, take," because I didn't intend to take a picture, honestly. So for her, I truly wasn't prepared, because I did not have a picture moment until I really just wanted to talk with her and engage in conversation, because she was just so kind. And when she came up, I recognized her, but I was trying to figure out and place her at the time. And then when it hit me, I was like, there it is. She was gone. So yeah, so I went back to talk to her. So I appreciate her so much, because she was the one I had the longest conversation with. And by long conversation, in the party atmosphere, as long as you can have. So what is it, 5 minutes, maybe 3 to 5 minutes? But I kind of told her that I'm new in the industry. I have my IMDb. I did some commercials. I did some local films and all these things. And so she was like, "All right, so go ahead and we're gonna take this picture, right?" And she said, "When we're on the set together, mind you, her words, when we are on a set," and I said, "I love your manifestation. Oh my, I'm with you. What is that? I'm with you when you write. Yes, I'm with you when you are right. When we are on the set together, sister. Yes, show you this picture, so you and I both can recall that moment when we first met." Amen. I'm on it. Snap. It may not be the best picture, but I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember. So yeah, so that was so again, lessons, right? Lessons, manifestation, putting it out there. This is going to be my life, people, and I'm making it happen. And I'm telling you this because, and I'm not telling you this to toot my own horn. Let's just get that. Yeah. I'm sharing this with you because I want y'all to do the same thing. I want you to start manifesting, grasping it, taking the opportunity, seizing it with your two hands, okay? And ride that bull. Wherever that bull is bucking, you ride it. You may fall off. Okay, fall off. Dust yourself off. Mend your wounds. But that scar, oh Lord, you gonna look at that scar and say, yeah, I fell off that damn bull. But you better believe once I was ready, I got back on there because I came back stronger. I came back with more knowledge and awareness of what it is that I should and should not do. Come on. I took the time to study and prepare so I knew what was not going to happen to me. I did the work so that didn't happen again. So if I fell again, guess what? This time, I didn't break anything. This time, I just got a little scrape and healed. This time, I was able to get off real quick and jump back on. Shake it. I was able to shake it off. You don't hurt yourself. I'm not saying you're never going to fall again. Hell no, that'd be so stupid of me. I'll be setting all of us up for failure if I said you ain't gonna fall again. That's just, I'm gonna call it what it is. That's bullshit. You gonna fall again. Something gonna trip us up. It is. It's just the nature of growth and success and the way it should meant to happen. You have to stop and do that whole dope we talk about. Y'all remember the dope? Readjust your dope when shit falls. Okay? So yeah, you're gonna fall again. But I love that she was just so kind. Her energy was amazing. Like she's one of those people I could see us being friends on the outside. If I met her on the outside, we would have been friends like that. Yep. Quality over quantity is my thing. All right. We would have been instant friends, hanging out, having coffee, tea, and all that, and spilling the tea. Yes. Because that's the kind of energy she exuded. Okay. So that was interaction officially number 2. Okay. Interaction number 3. And I'm telling you these people's names because I'm thanking them. I'm giving them their pearls from me because I appreciate the interaction. So I'm telling you to thank them. So if ever they see this, ever in the world, ever in their life, and they probably will never see it, that's okay. I know I said thank you. I feel it and I mean it. Thank you. So pearl number 3. I tell you, I'm authentic everywhere I go. I'm going to present the best me every time I go. Right. So number 3, Harold Perrineau. I can never say his last name right. And please forgive me, Harold. I thoroughly apologize. So him and his wife, I saw them come in. His wife had a beautiful dress on. I went over and I said, you know what? I just have to tell you, your dress is beautiful. You look absolutely stunning. And yeah, I love the dress. And she was like, thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Right? So, and I looked at her and I was like, man, this one is not about you. Mm-mm. And he just let me start. He said, okay, I can thank you. Yes, she does look absolutely beautiful. And yes, she does. And yes, she does. And she is wearing it. Thank you. And, you know, and then he introduced himself to me. And of course, I know who he is. And we exchanged conversation. And so, you know, I told him, you know, that he probably won't remember this if we're ever on the set. I said, because I said, if we're on the set one day, I'm going to remind you of this moment. He said, yes, please do. I said, you're not going to remember me because he asked my name and I said, you're not going to remember my name. I said, but I'm going to tell you, when we are in each other's presence again on set, I'm going to remind you of this moment. And he said, please do. He said, because then I'm going to really remember who you were. I said, absolutely. Absolutely. That was me. Now, mind you guys, I would never have done that 10 years ago. I've been in the corner, sitting there just soaking it all up, looking at everybody like, oh my God, it's so amazing to see all these beautiful Black people to be here. Just hi. That would have been me. Not last night. Okay. But I'm telling you, the girl is tired today. On this Friday, I am beat. Get ready to go do it all over again. But that's what it's about. And that's what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, so it was just amazing. I'm gonna pause y'all to a commercial really quick.
And how y'all doing? I would like to welcome you to a show that is called Cruise with Rob C, exclusively on WUBI Ubiquity Radio every Sunday afternoon from 1 to 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. My name is Rob C, and while taking your cruise, you will hear the very best in smooth jazz, smooth R&B, classic soul, as well as other genres that definitely define the very essence of smooth. I personally invite you to come aboard, and while you're here, grab your favorite beverage, turn up the volume, and have a seat as we set sail on this musical journey for your listening pleasure. You can find us at wubi.live, or depending if you have an Apple or Android device, go to your app store and download our free WUBI app. Take care, and as always, enjoy your cruise, y'all.
Hey guys, thank you. Sorry for the interruption. Oh my gosh, when I tell you things are happening in life, things are happening in life. Sorry, room service came. Forgot to put the privacy, do not disturb on the door. Yeah, that's where I am right now. But anyways, yeah, so Harold was very kind, very kind. So I appreciate him as well. So thank you, Harold Paranal. Again, I apologize for butchering up your last name. I'm my sincere apologies, but I want to thank you. Thank you for your interaction. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your energy with me. And thank you for taking the time out to actually stop and talk to me. And I appreciate you wholeheartedly. So thank you. So yeah, so it's been a very interesting night. So actually those three people were the first three before I encountered Marlon and before I encountered Adrian. Yeah, be ready. You never know when those moments are going to come. Prepare yourself if it's something that you're planning to innovate and put into your life and be about, and that's what you're going to do. Put your talents out there, learn the craft, be ready as best you can, because we can't be ready for everything because we don't know the situations, but try your best to be ready and be kind, right? Because be kind to yourself, be kind to the individuals, and understanding to the individuals that you encounter, because we don't know what anyone, and that's not just for those in the entertainment industry, that's for people in general. We don't know where they're coming from, where they're going to, what they've been dealing with, what they have to deal with in the coming days. None of that. So again, I take every encounter and find the lesson in it. And again, last night had many lessons for me to reflect on, and I'm doing that today with you all, that reflecting piece of it. And I'm adjusting my dope. I'm adjusting my dope based on that feedback. I'm changing the direction that I'm going, and changing that discourse that I initially felt, and I'm changing it and putting it in someplace else, in understanding, coming from a place of understanding with that direction. I'm taking that outcome, the outcome of it. I'm reviewing that outcome, and this is us reviewing the outcomes of the initial encounters and having those conversations. It's like, wow, this is everything, even in my nursing profession, that I've encountered the feedback, right? Nursing students give you feedback all the time. Your supervisors give you critical feedback every time. So we have to take that, again, tonality out of it and say, hey, what are you really saying to me? What is it that I really need to look at for me? Because how did you come to that conclusion and to give me that feedback? You know, honestly, what in that interaction that we had made you come to that conclusion and have that reaction towards me that you wanted to tell me this? So even though the way it was presented may have not been to the best for you, look at what's said. Take out all the other extra change noise that's there, and look at the dollars that's left behind, and what is that saying to you in that. So reviewing your outcomes, and then what is your purpose? What is your true purpose, right? What was your goal in the engagement? What was your goal to be present? All these things. What was your purpose? And in that, you find that you may need to change your purpose. Maybe you need to better understand your purpose, because that's happened to me. And I've had to really sit down and reevaluate what it is that I want, because initially when I started some things in life, no matter what it is, it's usually meant for something for instant gain. And then I have to step back and really peel it back. Hey, truly, what is it that I want out of this? What is the true purpose? So find out and understand what your purpose is, and maybe reevaluate what your purpose is. Sometimes reevaluation is okay. Remember, you're going to fall off that bull. Your first initial fall might break a bone, might give you a huge scar, might require a little bit more extensive recovery, depending on how high you were. Depends on how painful that fall and how much recovery was needed from that fall. But that fall did not kill you. It allowed you that ability to rest, give you that pause. We talked about that pause, right? To give you that pause so that you can reevaluate, adjust your dope. So you can go back. That fall was not a failure. That fall wasn't a failure. It was your moment of pause. It was your moment of stop. It was your moment of adjusting your dope. That's what that fall was. Because once you healed, depending on how big that fall, depends on how big that scar. If there is a scar, because sometimes some falls don't leave a scar. They leave you some bruises that heal and go away. So you forget. They hurt. But it allows you to move on and grow and go back a little faster than those big falls where you break something and you got to heal, got a huge wound that you got to heal. But that scar that is left behind is a huge reminder to, when you look at it or when you feel it or when it aches, it's like, oh, I remember that. I don't want to go back to that. Let me do my homework. Let me sit this one out, maybe. Whatever it is, that's what it was. That's what that fall did. But it didn't stop you. It wasn't a failure because you got back up and you did it. If you didn't go back up and do the same thing, that fall taught you, okay, maybe I need to do something different. But you changed. You got up and you did something. That's what that fall did. And that's what it's about. That's what all this feedback, that's what me telling you these stories is about. These are my exemplars in life. In nursing, we give exemplars. The students think, oh, nurses, we talk about ourselves as faculty because we think we're so great. And mind you, I had that actually on an evaluation from a student. She don't talk about herself because she thinks she's so great. No, that's not it. I'm giving you these exemplars because you have not entered this profession to have your own exemplars yet. So I'm sharing mine. I'm sharing antidotes from other individuals that I work with that is able. That's what my teacher does in acting. Same thing. He shared his exemplars of his experience because we've yet to have those type of experience to draw off of. So if we encounter them, we have something in that memory bank to draw off of. And like, I remember Dr. Collins said X, Y, Z, when you fall, when you break, when you do heal wounds, you remember and you go and you fix. That's what it's about. That's what this whole, for me, my takeaway, that's what this whole experience was about for me. Get up, do the homework, reevaluate, adjust your dope, right? That's what that E is in dope. That's what that E is in dope. Evaluate, educate, execute. That's what that E is in dope. We have to do all those things, all right? Whatever it is, adjust your dope. Go back in, aim for whatever it is that you're aiming for, and pull the trigger. Pull it. You're either going to hit your target right on, You're either going to be off by a hair. You may even be off so far that you completely missed it, but you shot. If you don't shoot, you'll never know. Then what good is that? What good was all that work and preparing? Yeah, doesn't good. We all need to pivot, change, call an audible, however you want to spend it. Okay. We all need to do it. And we all need to be willing to do it if it's something that we want to do. How do you think these people became successful? You may have that 1% that just showed up, and like Christy Brinkley walking down the streets of New York City, and somebody says, "Let me make you a model," and there she is. That's that 1%. Then everybody started walking up the street, the same street she did to get that same gain. She was at 1%. That was her moment. That was meant for her. Yeah, that was meant for her. It's that 1% that happens to. Everybody can't be that 1%. So we have to do the work. We have to fail at some things. We have to readjust our dope. We have to pause at some things. We have to go back and shoot that shot and pray we hit the target. And if we don't hit the target right on, we're on the page at least, because, you know, here we got a chance to readjust that dope and hit the target, right? If we totally miss that, we got to maybe change trajectory completely. That's okay. Maybe we have to hold because the wind is too windy, so we can't shoot that day. We got to pause and go and wait until the time is right, until the wind is right. There's no wind. Then that's another thing. But all these things are said to share that we have to take those moments and readjust our dope. This was my moment. These are my exemplars that I share in sharing this information. These are the lessons I learned in the past 24 hours of the day dealing with celebrities, and I count myself in that too. I'm a star. They just don't know it yet. They can't see my shine yet. Oh, they see a glimmer. Yeah, they see a glimmer because guess what? I'm amazing. You're amazing. And so they see a glimmer, but they're yet to see the shine. And the shine is coming because you're polishing it. You're polishing it. You're doing the work, and you're getting the scrapes out, and you know those the buffer, shining up boots. You got the buffer out. You're buffing it up so it can shine. They're going to see my shine. My shine is coming. It is, but this is a test. Another test to my testimony. And if you read Reset, Relaunch by Becoming, you read that. I do speak about my test and my testimony in that. You get a small bit of my testimony, and I think my testimony is pretty big. It's pretty big. It's epic. Okay. So with that, I share those bits. All right. Feedback. It's good. It's okay. It's okay. Take that constructive criticism however it comes. Pull out the negativity, pull out the tone in it, and take the meat, because there's some substance in there that's meant for you. And if you get the noise out, you can hear it and you'll see it and you'll have that aha, that's what that meant. That's why the universe did that. Because this is all universal. This whole experience was universal. It really was. And it's a dynamic universal experience. I'm going to say that. And I think everyone, I think the people I've encountered, again, thank you so much. I thank my aunt Lucy for this opportunity. I really do. So this is my thank you. Thank you. Auntie, I love you for it, and I appreciate you for allowing me this opportunity, affording me this opportunity to be here with you. And again, thank you to those actors and actresses that I came in contact with. I appreciate you. I appreciate your vulnerability and candidness. I appreciate your time because you did give your time, and I appreciate all that of you. So thank you. Thank you. So with that, I'm going to say thank you guys for joining me today. I hope some of what we talked about regarding feedback and trajectory and changing your dope and healing those wounds and just getting back up, because, you know, success does not come without its failures. And you guys know my favorite quote: the student, um, the teacher has failed more often than the student has tried. Okay, that's my favorite. So this is part of that whole journey, and I'm glad to be able to share that with you. So with that, I say take care of yourself, take care of each other. The overflow is what you're giving to others, not what you're pouring into that cup. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I love you for your time, and I look forward to our next engagement. So with that, thank you to our sponsors, Divine Nubian Essentials. Loving my skin that I'm in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And if you haven't tried that goddess line, I'm telling you, baby, it is butters on the skin. And thank you to Collins Education Resource Management, because workshops are coming. Y'all keep an ear out. We got some nursing workshops that are coming. They're starting off in Tucson. So I'll keep you guys posted on that for education for our individuals going into the healthcare profession. And also thank you to WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV for having me on the station, because it's been honestly a great ride and an opportunity. And if you have not downloaded your WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV app on Roku, please do so. If you have not downloaded your app on Google or Apple, please do so right away, because big things are happening. We're doing amazing stuff. And yeah. Oh, before I forget, you know what? I'm going to tell you that one next time. So I'll save that one for the next round. Until we meet again, y'all, take care of yourselves and each other forever and ever again. Self care is never selfish. Namaste.